Floating and he's fishing.
For
Then he eats the fish.
people.
It's like a pelican or whatever.
He swallowed the hook.
Alright, so. Crabs. Those look like Angry Birds. What is that thing now? I like the change up of the music. Oh, that's cool. Alright, so what is that now? Well, fine, forget you then.
It's a fish flopping around.
Those are the trees straight out of Mario Brothers.
Yeah. It's like it's clear that this is a Mario spin-off.
No, I want to shoot him. Whoops. Idiot, get out of the way now. Okay, so we got these. That is one thing that I hate. I'll say that. That is Nintendo garbage. You're like, okay, what's going? BAM! And something comes flying in from the top.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't see. It just came out of nowhere. And those are bloopers. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the microphone.
Crazy.
What? And then the coconuts fall out of the palm trees. I think they're coconuts. Coconut.
Yeah.
Alright, so here we are. Gonna go into... Looks like the cave from Adventure Island.
Huh. So the designer is Masahiro Sakurai, and the developer is HAL Laboratories
Look
composer.
at that. It's like a tiki head.
Yeah.
Alright, so I didn't pay attention to what was... That's what I mean. It's the crap that's off screen.
Dodge the Skatactatas. It's like an eye inside a clam. What the heck? Oh,
It's an all-seeing
really
eye.
weird. Spinning heads.
Like spinning tiki heads.
Composer is Jun Ishikawa.
Yeah, like that. That's the only thing that always really irritated me about Nintendo is when they do the cheap memorization death crap.
Yeah, you have to memorize it. Gotta destroy them all. Find out if you can find some water.
I don't know what's up with that. I don't want to get too close. See, I don't know what all that stuff was that fell down now. I'm hoping that I get... Oh, look at that! A 1-up.
Wow.
Nice. So now we got 3 lives. Good thing I went that way.
Yeah.
Is it the same thing? Unlimited lives.
Palm
That'd be
trees.
hilarious.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Nope.
Different.
What the heck was that now?
There's a death at the end? That's dumb.
So did it punish me for going in there and trying to get the extra life?
Yeah, it took a life.
Or did I touch the bottom and die?
You touched the bottom and died.
Like, I didn't know you could touch the bottom and die. I'm gonna try that again then.
Carefully. Up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. Oh, you're
It's
underwater.
like he's walking. Alright, so no need to go back into there.
Unless it respawns.
Well, I already went back in there and it wasn't there, and then that's when I died.
Spikes on the floor.
So come on now. Those remind me of the crabs from Cool Spot on the Genesis. I played it on the Genesis.
Huh. Yeah, that's right.
What, now they disappeared? Come on now.
Oh, yeah, you have to get him while he's there.
I don't know what that was. I guess, yeah, that's the thing is... Should never swallow an enemy and push down. I'm so used to that from other Kirby games, though.
Wait, why?
Because nothing happens and you just waste it. Like the microphone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, shoot that thing. Came out of a tree. Just shoot him when he comes up. Come on now. Come on!
Come on.
It's like an octopus. Not that thing, but the... That's one thing I don't like is also how long he takes. Oh, so you're not invincible.
You just have flame power for this. Yeah, there are some that give you invincibility, and there's some that give you flame power. So that's what this is.
Oh, all of a sudden it's like just enemies up the hind end. All of a sudden it's like, what in the world?
Good, give you a chance to use your flame powers.
So I thought it was
1-up.
Well, maybe that's why it gets ridiculous. It's like, okay, yeah, we know we're being rough on you now.
Yeah. It's like, what? We gave you a flamethrower. It's funny when you suck that guy up. He's like, oh!
Oh, I'm on a pirate ship.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, you really do have to utilize the jump, because if you try to float over him like that, and then I'm like, okay, let go. He's like, ah, and then he goes down. So he'll stand in like the crossfire for a while. There we go. There's the star. And jump on it when it's in a pentagram too. Look at that. It's like a whale shooting water out of its back.
Huh.
Looks like fire though on here. But it's like the whale from Mario 2.
Huh.
Now we're in like a barber shop area.
Yeah, it is.
Took a beanstalk up into the clouds where the giant lives, and he runs a barber shop.
Apparently.
What is that now?
What?
It's a shoot 'em up. Oh, you son of a gun! Now these guys got patterns. How long is this gonna take?
Jeez.
Oh, it is a boss.
Friggin' Robotnik.
Oh man, the controls are kind of sluggish. Well, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
It did take a few shots though before you saw his health meter going down. All right, so I'm gonna pass her off.
It's funny because
Bubbly Clouds.
other countries don't really celebrate Halloween like we do, and yet there's these Halloween levels that you see in this.
Yeah, so like if this game was made in Japan, well, that's the thing. I don't know about different cultures.
Yeah.
But do the Japanese celebrate Halloween like we do, dressing up and trick-or-treating and orange and jack-o'-lanterns and witches and so on and so forth?
From what I could read, they do a little bit. But from what I've heard from other people from other countries, is that, I don't know about Japan in particular, but people from other countries say, like, no, we don't dress up for Halloween. That's silly. Well, that's the other thing, is like people from other countries will say, like I've talked to people from Africa and they're like, Halloween, that's satanic, right? Because it's associated with demons and witches and stuff. Okay, I can't just jump up. Oh, my head's hitting a cloud. Got my head in the clouds. There we go. There is nothing down. Great.
Boom. Boom.
The same bullet is gonna
those
keep hitting
things?
me. It's
They look like
heads.
dogs to me.
Oh, maybe dogs. I thought they were pig heads. Pig-headed. Oh, they're demon pig heads. Holy cow! Do they all do that, or is it just some of them?
I'm not sure. It looked like you... What I think happened is I think you... Oh, you shot that one.
Whoops.
So just shoot him. So you can't suck him up.
Yeah, they get angry. Kinda wanna see that again. What?
Those remind me of 3D World Runner for some reason. They
Yeah,
remind
a
me
lot
some
of
the
this level
characters.
does. I think a lot of 3D World Runner's like design was kind of stolen.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know which game came first.
This one or 3D World Runner?
Yeah.
Oh. That's a good point. I think it's interesting, though, that... What's it called?
That's like a Shy Guy. Now it looks like we're getting into Greek territory.
Yeah. Pillars and...
But yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. I was just wondering, I thought I played, like, or I've seen something from a Kirby game where you could, like, use an umbrella.
Yeah.
But probably from the NES. Yeah, I wouldn't even worry about it.
Maybe if I didn't stink at this game, I could...
Yeah, so he had an umbrella. I hate
I
that
can
how
have
they
it.
respawn though. Wish you could just kill them and then they'd be done.
Oh, I couldn't suck it up.
That was like a knight. He throws.
Just legit murders Kirby. Just like makes him eat a blade. Thanks. It's really kind.
Yeah, so this is where you. I do like that it travels. I think the whole screen.
No.
So
He has more of a range than
yeah,
I
so
do.
that one you have to get pretty close to him. I hate those
Great.
things.
I should have kept that guy so I could shoot him in his face.
Then jump, and then
Hang on, I gotta practice this. I gotta just do these 2 buttons because everything else is just goofing me up right now. Still shooting from inside. Oh,
it's
there's
another
one.
one. I think that's cool when you hold his mouth open long enough. He sounds like a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, that's what I always love about it. See, I thought that was the whole point. I thought he was like always making fun of Kirby vacuum cleaners because he's Kirby and he does that.
Yeah.
I mean, oops, I forgot. Oh, they get upset and then they explode.
That's kind of cool that they do that.
Yeah, they're like turn into bombs, like possessed dog faces, and then they turn into bombs.
Disembodied dog heads that if you try to suck it up with your mouth, they turn red, they get angry, and then they explode.
That makes sense. Why doesn't that make sense?
Oh, and that's one issue why you don't backtrack either.
Yeah, you keep running into your enemies.
Now you're gonna have to float over all this. At least he only does that, so you can pretty much ignore him and just go down into that doorway. I do love that no fall damage.
Yeah,
Can't tell that's a bench or a cauldron.
you can't shoot up. That gets me.
So you're probably gonna have to back up. Oh, that looks like they got a pattern. Now back up against the wall and then go up. So now he's over there. Now he's gonna go back on the right now, and then he'll stay over there.
Oh, I think I'll just
One more, and now he's gonna go to the left.
there.
I remember when I got the GameCube and I had Super Smash Bros. Melee, and I used to always love playing this Kirby. I don't remember, but I think one of the reasons why I loved playing him so much, I'm probably wrong, and I'm probably remembering wrong, but I thought you could suck up, and then you get up in the air and push down, and he would like slam down really hard. So you could like float above the enemies in Smash Bros. Melee, and then push down, he would bam right on top of them.
I know I tried some goofy stuff on Smash Brothers, hoping that they had a lot of cool Easter eggs and stuff in it, but it didn't quite work out. You can eat Yoshi, and then spit him out as an egg, or something like that.
Probably, yeah, I was gonna say probably best just ignore him. I have no idea what to do here. Oh, he probably shoots.
Oh, frick.
Oh, you probably have to suck up. I don't know if you have to suck. You probably have to suck them up and shoot them into him. So a lot of this game is going to be dodging, and then when he shoots out the enemy, suck the enemies up and shoot them. Now jump and shoot them. Or
Oh. I missed.
pattern's simple. He does that. Then he'll do that. Then he comes over.
Yeah. Frick, I'm gonna lose. I hit him once. I died.
I do like that they only have 3 hit.
Yeah, thank goodness. Oh, crab apples.
Yeah, you got to get real
Oh,
close
he's got
for
a
that.
frick. He's got a weapon.
Yeah, you got to get close to him for that. He's gonna do it again, and then get all the way to the end, and then
Have it. I got him once.
yeah, as soon as you suck him up, shoot him like instantly.
Oh yeah.
So get close. Here he comes. Suck him up, shoot him.
Ah, there we go. Whee!
And that was only the mid-level boss.
You know.
That's cool. Well, that is really cool. Like now we're up in.
Oh,
What's that leaf do now?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Invincibility.
It's like, oh, and test it out. Oh, you gotta eat your way. Oh, it's another first person. Not a first person, it's a shoot 'em up. There's some health, which would be really nice to get.
Oh, that was the shoot 'em up ability.
That looks like a jack-o'-lantern. Oh, that was nice.
Full health.
That's the thing, I don't know if there's anything in here or not. Last time I did that, there was a door that led me to an extra life, but then again, all the background looks
Oops.
like it's
There you have
white,
it.
so...
I didn't mean to inhale that.
Like I was saying before, I like the music and stuff in here with this game, but when it goes to the Halloween-y type areas, I wish it would made it a little bit more spooky. Instead of being like,
yeah, that's true.
That moon in there looks like, what are those? Moon pies.
Oh.
That's what it reminds me of. I always want to call them smiley pies from that movie, Problem Child. Problem Child 2 with the bad guy. Kramer. Kramer's the bad guy in that movie. I hope we get to the boss. That's cool. I do like it being up in the clouds, like, or up in the stars. I don't know what that is. Oh, fire. So remember, you don't have invincibility, but watch out for the falling stars now.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're gonna have to float over that, so...
Oh. The stars aren't hurting me. Just, maybe. Alright,
so... Oh yeah, it's that night. Okay.
Oh.
So now we're going up. This looks really cool. I like this stage. I don't know, I always liked...
oh, that hurts you.
I always liked nighttime stages that look like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, sweet, there it is. That's where I've played this. I have, I forgot what the game is. It's like the NES remix for the Wii U. Uh-oh, now he's got more. It's the same, probably the same concept, I don't know.
Oh, great.
Probably shoot out a guy, yep. And then probably jump and shoot him. Okay, so get far away. Okay, get close, he'll shoot out the guy, then you gotta hit A, jump, and then smack him. Okay, now go back. Okay, his pattern is easy. Unless he changes it up. Okay, now get over there.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Get a little closer to suck him up quicker. Oh, now he does change it.
Oh, he shot it the wrong way. Oh no! Kirby, no!
So that's where you're gonna have to learn to just get to the corners. So here we have an easy pattern.
Yeah. What? He mixed it up! Frick.
Yeah, you're on the opposite side. Now, so suck him up. Now go. Jump and shoot him. Jump and shoot him.
Crap.
Get in the corner and hide.
Oh,
yeah, because he won't quite make it to the corner when... yeah, get rid of that.
Oh, what's he doing?
Now let's rush over there, grab him, run to that corner, jump and shoot him. Stay in the corner. Suck him.
Crap, I wasn't close enough.
Get in the corner because he'll fly at you if he's doing that pattern garbage. Yeah, so he's like random now.
Yeah.
Alright, suck him up, jump and shoot. And then wait to see if he goes down, because I don't know what the heck. Yeah, so he shoots down, and then you can do it again.
Crap.
Yeah, so a lot of these boss fights, it's a lot of this. So shoot, jump, smack him, get in the corner, go that way. Then wait, get, okay.
Oh, he's not throwing a guy anymore.
Go that way.
Limbo my way over there.
Now suck him up, then hold that, turn around, jump, no.
Crap.
Suck him up, turn around, jump, shoot.
Jeepers.
Yeah, the patterns are pretty easy once you see what's going on.
Now we have no lives. Great.
Mount Dee Dee Dee. Dee Dee Dee. I've heard that name before, but I always heard people go Mount Dee Dee. It's what? It's Dee Dee Dee.
It says Dee Dee Dee.
Don't be stupid. Learn to read. Ooh, Dee Dee.
That's what the Jawas are all about on Star Wars.
I recognize that character.
Huh.
But, like I said, I'm like a grandma. Oh. Oh. It's a boss rush.
Oh.
Thank you.
That's the guy on all the Sugar Smacks boxers, right?
Yeah. But yeah, like I said,
it's probably Apple Jacks.
I'm kind of like a grandma when it comes to like some of these characters. Like I recognize them, but where do I recognize them from?
I don't know.
It's like I have no idea. Well, that's where I recognize that character from. No, you're not allowed in.
Is that a little Kirby? What is that? What?
I had no idea what that was about. I was hoping it would have been an extra life.
Imagine just walking into a room with a bunch of your enemies, and there's a clone of you, and if you touch him, he explodes, and all of your enemies die.
What do you? That's what I don't like either. When I'm like, okay, turn around, and then he's like, no, I'm not going to do it. Sometimes I feel like the controls are unresponsive.
Yeah, I'm feeling that way too.
Like right there, I told him to shoot, he didn't shoot. What did I used to call it? I said Contra did that.
Yeah.
Does not recognize your button inputs.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I feel like it doesn't recognize my button inputs.
Closed. Kirby's job is to enforce COVID regulations and close down all enemy operations.
You idiot.
There's that Kirby again. Yeah, it just causes all enemies on the screen to evaporate. Oh, great! In the middle of a... Just right into a boss fight.
Go down. Don't be dumb. Yeah, because it's my
still
health,
playing this other
too.
music. Is that invincibility music or something?
Yeah, there's a... It's not a lag, but he's slow.
He is slow.
He's very slow. So suck, shoot. And he's like... You heard me.
Yeah.
I was like, suck, shoot. And he's like,
Yeah. There's a delay.
But yeah, that's the thing about Kirby. There's no lag, but he's very slow when it comes to doing certain things.
Yeah.
Suck it in, shoot, and he's like, poof. It's like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, no. Hurry up.
Yeah, it's like you have to be cutesy-pootsy with all the moves. Just not practical. Yeah, that was good. It was a good technique.
So that's what I want to try to do, but like I said, I'm not used to his slow garbage.
Yeah.
Then he slides everywhere. Like, come on now. And I don't have time. So here, go down.
Yeah, so it's like you gotta take your sweet time and just wait for them. And don't let yourself get cornered. It's like, do what you can when you can.
Okay, here I can do it and go down. But yeah, that's the one thing you gotta get used to is just how, like, slow he is with stuff. Biddly diddly. What was that now? Oh, you hit the coconut. You put the lime,
in the coconut. My mom used to sing that song all the time.
Look at this tricky nonsense.
Put the lime in the
Look at
coconut and
this.
drink it all up. It took me so long to figure out that was... It was just a jingle for a soda commercial. I was a kid, though. I wasn't like 30 before.
Darn it.
At least they gave you that ability.
The thing
Captain
is,
America
he
shows
is
up.
slow, though. Kirby is slow. It's like,
Yeah, he
I
is.
see the pattern when he does the triple shot, and it's like, get in between there, and he's like, I'm going to take my sweet little time. It's going to go nice and slow. It's like, what are you doing, dude?
I really feel like you should be Jack from 3D World Runner bouncing around in here collecting stars. And that's what I was gonna say about like the themes of games like Space Harrier. Definitely had
you idiot.
Space Harrier was made for Sega Genesis. Definitely had the Sega Genesis gritty feel to it.
Ooh.
And 3D World Runner was a rip-off of Space Harrier done for Nintendo.
Yeah.
And definitely had that airy, floaty, puffy, cartoony Nintendo vibe to it. So it's kind of cool how they did that. The iCloud just... It's an iCloud, hey!
Yeah.
They invented the iCloud.
That thing, too, I'm holding to the right, and it's like, for a fraction, like, I barely pushed up, and he's like, oh, I'll go up now.
And fly?
So he's very
Fly.
responsive when he does that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there, I hit right. But it's like my thumbnail must have slightly went up.
Oh.
Just barely went up. He's like, I'm gonna suck in this air and go really slow now. Ha. Yeah, I should almost just try to angle like down. That way, instead of sucking up air, I'll accidentally duck. The
Yeah.
heck?
It never did that before. Spat out one of its babies and then swooped in and killed y'all.
Yeah, it's changing up its
It
patterns.
just does whatever it wants.
It's like on a random number generator. Like here, now I gotta.
Now it's just farting out babies left and right.
Yeah, it's. That's the problem with certain enemies like this. Is it feels like it should have its own patterns, but now it's like changing up the patterns.
Yeah, I think it's completely random. You're just supposed to react. I'm surprised it doesn't just sit there for like 5 minutes. Just to make you guess.
Alright, so now I'm assuming.
1 hit point left.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
Dee Dee Dee! Johnny Dee 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 little buck buck. I'm assuming I gotta suck up that star. So he sucks up you too, huh? I guess that would be like the Kirby boss is like, maybe he does that. Yeah.
Oh. That's crazy.
Yeah, so he'll suck you up too.
He has like 10.
Now good luck figuring out the pattern too, by the way.
Yeah.
So okay, he's got the hammer.
Yeah. 2, 4, 6.
So whenever he pulls out the hammer. What the heck?
Use that against him.
He pulled out the hammer before and he knocked that star down.
Huh.
And then you have to suck up the star. So he pulled out the hammer and I waited for him, like
and he
here.
Just didn't do it.
Like there. But before he...
I think when he hits the ground, the star comes out of the ground, it looked like.
Yeah, he pulls out the hammer.
But he smacked you with it,
yeah.
too.
So right there he pulls out the hammer, and now I'll be like, okay, fine, let's wait. And then he'll do that and sometimes just won't do it.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain. He pulls out the hammer and he hits the ground and a star forms.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's an actual thing you can suck up or what.
But then he ended up pulling out the hammer.
Oh, he did suck that up, yeah.
What I'm trying to explain, I can't explain it. He pulled out the hammer, hit the ground, he knocked out a star. I was able to suck up that star. The next time he pulled out the hammer, I thought he was going to smack the ground and another star will form. Instead, he just walked up to me and smacked me with the hammer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, what the heck?
I think you couldn't do anything because he actually hit you. If he misses you, that's when he makes the star, I think.
Right there.
Yeah, he missed you. Oh, he got you.
Yeah, those big stars you can suck up.
Kirby's main enemy, Dyson.
So right here, turn around. There.
There.
That's what I wanted to do. But then he does that kind of garbage. Yeah, see, like right there he got way too close. I wasn't able to get it. Or like here. I don't know. It seems like he's too close. Like here.
He's gonna hit you.
And that's what I mean. It's like sometimes he doesn't get that close and other times he does.
Yeah. 1 life left. 1 life to live.
Because then otherwise
Like,
I'm just spent doing this the entire game.
Let him pause holding the hammer up in the air and then jump over him, go the other way.
Oh, I think I know what's happening. See, to me it feels very random. He pulls the hammer out and sometimes he'll get close to me and other times he won't. I think it depends on where you're at on the screen.
I think so too, he reacts to you. Oh yeah, if you stay in front of him longer, he stops shorter. Oh,
and whenever he does that weird crap too, it doesn't count, so.
Okay.
Okay, well that time he didn't do it. So I have to face him specifically. I specifically have to be facing him in order for him to stop when he's running around with that hammer.
Drop.
But, see that?
Oh.
It's like, okay, drop. Poof! And then he floats up a little bit, then comes back down. See there? I ran close to him so he would stop.
Okay.
And then he didn't stop.
I don't know.
So,
I can't even focus
It's
anymore.
extremely, like here, and then wait for him to stop. I have to let him, like, almost touch me.
It's all, yeah, almost.
Like here?
Yeah.
Or not. Now he just ran directly into me. I think it's a thing where you have to be floating, too. I did that before. Like here.
Nice.
And then he jumped twice. I did not expect him to do that because he's always done it where he jumped once. Yeah, if I try to jump over him, Kirby won't jump high enough. So I gotta get out of the way, but he's so slow.
Yeah, he is. He's like a balloon. Dang, he just doesn't stop and do anything.
That's what I mean. Like, there's so
Now he's
often
just not gonna give you stars.
So many times he'll just do this. And then, like, he just does that right away. Like, I didn't have time to stop and grab that. Like, see, right there. And it
Three hit
could
points
just
left
be,
for you.
too, that,
2 hit points left.
It could, like I said before, it could be a thing that because I'm not playing on the original Game Boy, the controls aren't the best.
Yeah.
Because like I said, when I try not to float, the idiot will float.
Okay. You have 2 hit points before you lose the game.
Like I said, see, and that's always random. And right there, I didn't want him to float. I wanted him to turn around, but instead he floated in the air. Stand there. And then he gets too close to me. That's what I'm saying. So the other pattern I found out was when he has the hammer, you float above him and force him to stop. I'll just try to float the whole time and see if he pulls out the hammer, so you see what I mean. Well, there, now I want to grab it, but I was too close.
Wow!
So the boss has multiple attacks that he does. He does a thing where he floats up in the air, he jumps in the air and he comes down. Bam! He shoots out stars. You gotta suck up those stars and smack them. And then he does another thing where he pulls out a hammer, hammers the ground, and a star shoots out. But I have to make him stop in a very specific spot. He picks up the hammer and he'll basically run forever until he hits the edge of the screen. So I have to get him to stop very specifically. But I don't know what causes it. Right there, yeah, like what you were saying, the buttons are so tricky sensitive. Like I said, turn, and he just starts floating.
Yeah.
I can't deal with that. I have to get out of the way.
Yeah. You stop in the middle of the screen, and he turns, and that's where he's going to attack you.
Then he does that, and now he's screwed up everything because now I can't get in the middle.
Oh.
See, when he stops in the middle and starts doing this, I'm going to suck up stuff.
Oh. What the heck? Oh, was it only 2 hit points? Oh.
I think it dealt damage to him.
Yeah, okay.
There we go! Wow! No way!
Wow. These are ridiculous.
It doesn't even look... It looks like a spaceship.
It just...
It's like... Shot the ship out. It's gonna take off. It's a rocket ship. What is that now? Look at that!
What?
So Kirby must have just sucked up all the air he can muster, and what's he doing? He's like, I'm gonna take the castle home with. That's his trophy. He beat the king, and so he's taking the castle home as a trophy. Director, chief designer Masa something or other. So yeah, it was obviously a game made in Japan.
Yeah.
Sunday Rain, huh?
Cypher.
I mean, for the little handheld Game Boy, I had a lot of detail and stuff with it.
Nakajima.
Like even there, like the sunset and the mountains and everything.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think
it has
it's
some
pretty
really
cool.
neat design elements. Yeah, I liked it.
Thank you for playing.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
You're welcome for playing.
You craps. What is all that now?
It's like food falling out the bottom of the castle, because...
Yeah, fish and beets and bananas and apples and raw meat. Bye-bye! Bye-bye! It's just doing it in front of a crowd, too. It's a play, like Mario 3. It was all a play.
It was all play.
Extra game. Good job. Press up A and select on the title screen to start a new adventure. Look at that.
Adventure?
I think isn't that King Dee Dee Dee?
Oh, gosh.
I think it's King Dee 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 down there freaking out.
He's angry.
That's awesome seeing this like on an old Game Boy game.
Yeah.
And so what I think happens, let's hit reset. We'll go to the title screen. Up A and select. So up A and select. Now we have the extra game.
Cool.
This is what I believe is hard mode. This is where you get the good ending.
Uh-huh.
So we're not going to try to do it. We're not going to get the good ending. We're just going to go through. We just played the game like normal. Because that's the thing is usually we like to usually we like to go through and try to get good endings. But usually what I've learned from that is it takes forever. You really do have to know the game. You have to play it once and then really get to know the game, the ins and outs of it, and get better and get better and get better and get better before you're able to actually beat it.
Yeah.
I'll show you something else. Now, the only reason why I knew it was a good ending is because I wanted to make sure. I was like, is there an actual ending? So you could do that, play the hard game and get the good ending. Or you can go up, select, and B. or down select B. And you can go into configuration mode. If you beat the extra game, it'll tell you hit down select and B, and then you can come in here and like make the game really hard.
Oh.
You could do that, or you can make it easier.
Easy.
But there is a sound test.
Huh.
I always liked doing that as a kid, though.
Yeah.
It is. It sounds like a vacuum.
Yeah, it is. Totally is.
Alright, so that was Kirby's Dream Land for the Nintendo Game Boy. So what'd you think?
I liked it. Even though I was really bad at it.
Yeah, it definitely was a fun game. The thing is, I'm used to some Nintendo Game Boy games. I grew up playing stuff like Ninja Turtles, and it was really, really basic, and Tetris and stuff like that. So playing a game like this, it was like there was a lot in depth. Like there's so much with the design, like sucking in the enemies. Of course, like I said before, I'm used to other Kirby stuff where you suck in an enemy, push down, and you got their weapon. But I think that was on the NES version. This one you didn't do that.
Yeah.
But still, I thought it was a pretty fun game. I did have some frustrating things. You were dealing with that with the bad guys, the final bosses.
Yeah, I really had to. I should practice something like that, you know. And then eventually you get the hang of it, and you're like, okay, this is easy. Like learning to drive or something.
Yeah, they're puzzle bosses, so you got to learn their patterns. Here's the thing that irritated me: you need to learn their patterns, but then they change it up on you.
Yeah.
Like that one, the cloud with the eye.
Yeah.
It would float around, it would shoot out the thing, and then spit the guy out. You grab the guy, jump, shoot him, and then the cloud would move.
He did the same thing 3 times, and then we started over, and he did something completely different.
Yeah, completely changed up his pattern.
Even from the start. Yeah.
And that's why I was super frustrated with the final boss.
Yeah.
Because I could see what to do. I knew he takes the hammer, smacks it, a star shoots out, you suck up the star and hit him with it.
Mm-hmm.
But then all of a sudden, sometimes he'd stop in the middle, and then other times he'd just run right into me.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And so then I tried getting it figured out where if you float above him, you can get him to stop. But then you're like, okay, shoot out and get down. And Kirby's like, pooh.
Takes his own sweet
It's like,
time.
oh, come on.
Yeah.
Very first time playing it, though. I'm not used to it.
Yeah.
So if we played this game over and over and over, obviously I would get used to that controls. Because that was the thing. I was used to the controls, but then when stuff got really intense, I wanted Kirby to go really fast and be really intense. But he wouldn't.
Yeah.
He just kept the same slow, floaty.
Just floating around.
Oh, it's a floaty game. Mm-hmm. That's one thing I thought was cool, too. They put in a shoot-'em-up section.
Yeah, that was kind of neat.
There was that one section where you grab...
I like those extra abilities that they give you now and then.
Yeah, the fireball.
Yeah.
Which I thought was invincibility, but apparently it's just a fireball.
Yeah, but invincibility was in there, too.
Yeah, the invincibility was in there, the fireball. And I thought it was cool that you grab the fireball, takes you to a shoot-'em-up section, and then that one boss fight was a shoot-'em-up section.
Yeah.
But,
that was cool.
That's one thing, too, that I loved about Game Boy games, is that they were pretty simple, and the stages were not massive.
Yeah.
Of course, there are some games out there, like RPGs and stuff, which would be massive. But, like I said, I thought this was a pretty fun game.
Yeah, it really was.
You have anything else you want to say about it?
No, it's pretty cool. I mean...
The way you and I sit down and play games, we usually sit down and we marathon it.
Yeah.
But if you want a good ending and you want to get good at a game, usually it's practice and practice and practice.
Yeah.
And we can't really do... It's like, okay, let's beat Contra 3. We'll just put it in and beat Contra 3. It's like, no, that's not going to happen.
No.
It's going to require a lot of practice, getting a lot better, and then finally being able to
make
go
it our
through.
life.
Alright, now as far as the amount of time it took for us to actually beat the game,
Yeah.
it took us about an hour and a half.
Oof.
It was an hour and a half to go through, but we were putzing around, blind, reacting to the game, never played it before. And you're not really used to this type of game either.
No.
And so, exploring, looking around, taking our time, it took us about an hour and a half. If you know what you're doing, if you can go through it, it takes about 20 to 30 minutes. If you probably putz around, explore, maybe 30 minutes. If you kind of fly through it, maybe even 15 minutes.
Yeah.
People probably speedrun this game in absolutely no time.
Probably.
So, it is a pretty short game, and it was really fun for what it is.
Yeah. It's got a lot of replay value because it's got a lot to memorize yet. You know, it's like... I mean, for me, I have a really terrible memory. It just took me a while to figure out what doors did what, and I still don't even know. So, but I think it would be worth playing over and over again.
Yeah, and that gets me to the next point, is how much it's worth.
Mm-hmm.
Now, loosey-goosey, it sells for about $13.
No kidding.
Complete with the box, manual, and the whole kit and caboodle shebang, it'll run you about $40.
Wow.
So do you think the game is worth it? Complete 40 or loose 13?
No. Since you can buy the first Sonic game for like $3,
Yeah.
why is it that you have to buy the first Kirby game for
Yeah, and that's
40?
the thing with games like this. It's like if it was so rare that it was worth $1 million,
Yeah.
obviously collectors would be like, "Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll pay $1 million because of the rarity."
Yeah.
For me, I think it would be worth. I hate saying it. I think it would be worth $10 loose.
No.
You would
Really?
if you spent $10 on this thing loose, you would really get your gameplay out of it.
It's
Having
true.
the Game Boy,
Yeah.
you get up, you go to work. You're on your lunch break. You pop it in,
Yeah.
and you play it, and you
Yeah.
get better, and you get better. Then you play it over and over. You get really good.
Yeah.
Then you do the hard mode. Then you go back and you try to get better, and you play and you play and you get better and you get better. Then you can finally beat it. Then you can go into configuration mode, and now you're like, okay, well, let's drop it all the way down to one life, 1 hit point, and now let's see what I can do. I think if you spent $10 on it and you really played it,
Yeah.
don't throw it in for 5 minutes and play it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it then. If you like 100% complete the thing,
Yeah.
I believe it will be worth $10 loose.
Yeah.
Complete, here's where it gets interesting. Because I would say no. If I went to a flea market and they had the game there complete for $40, I'm like, nah, probably not. But if they had it for 30, I would probably buy it.
Really?
Because I'd be like, you know what? It's $30. It's complete. It has to be in mint condition now, like really good condition. I might jump on it just because I know it's worth a little more.
Mm-hmm.
The gameplay itself to me is worth $10. But if I wanted it mint in the box with the manual complete, I wouldn't spend 40. I'd go $10 less. But that's what I mean. Like if I was at a thrift, because I like the game,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden it's like, wow, you get it in the cardboard box, pristine, with the
Yeah.
manual, pristine. Here you go.
That's
It's
true.
worth 40, but I'm selling it for 30. I'd be like, oh man.
I think if I got really into it, like you're saying, and like was really playing the game for all it was worth, and then saw it complete in the box, I think it would be worth a lot more to me
Yeah.
than just seeing it for the first time. It's like, maybe I should play this game once. You know, maybe I should try this game. I'm not gonna buy it for $30, but I mean, like if I was really into Kirby and had a personal connection to it, then yeah, I would consider buying it for. I wouldn't go 30. Personally, most of the things that I see in conventions that I buy, it's like $25.
Yeah.
Go from stand to stand to stand, everything's $25.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, that's a lot of money. But you know, okay, if I buy 4 things, that's $100.
Yeah.
It's like, holy cow, that goes fast. So,
But yeah, like I was saying, we usually try to base it off the gameplay, and I would say if you really sit down and play, otherwise, if you sit down like probably your average consumer, like, oh, play it and put it in, play it for 10 minutes, well, no, it's like worth $3 then.
yeah, it's not worth it.
$2-3 game, fine.
Yeah.
But if you really sit down, really tear into it, I believe if you spend $10, you get your money's worth out of it. And if you're gonna start going and getting into a collection, if you're gonna start making it pristine, $40 is,
Yeah, for a collector,
you know. But,
makes sense.
but as a collector, like I said, I've gotten to the point where I don't want to pay 40, but I'll go $10 less.
yeah.
Unless it gets ridiculous, like, oh, it's $1,000. Like, well, no, that's just way too much. It's like, well, $20 less. No,
Yeah.
still not going to do that.
I understand if it was a rare game, I would say, $7 max loose for
Yeah.
me. I mean, I would expect it to be a $5 game at like Maplewood Mall
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, it definitely feels like it's got that $5 gameplay to it.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you tear into it,
Yeah.
you can get a lot of gameplay. Plus,
True.
like what they programmed into the game too
Mhm.
was really done really, really well and really, really awesome.
True. It did not fail on a programming level.
Yeah.
It really wasn't bad.
That's what I mean. We play this game, now let's go and jump over to Ninja Turtles and play it on the Game Boy.
Right.
It's like we're going to be like, holy smoke, Kirby just blew that one out of the water.
Huh.
But anyway, final thoughts. I think Kirby Dream Land was super fun,
Yeah.
super awesome. Once you get used to it, I mean, you could fly through this game, and I love the design element. I love stuff like that. There was only a few quirky things about it. It was frustrating, but you can always get through it. You can beat it, and then once you do, a lot easier.
I like it. It's a good game.
So with that being said, we're going to take off. So whatever. I'm Janitor Jake.
I'm Chris K.
And we will see you guys next time.